So Blizzard have added some furniture to the premium store, and I can't lie, it's kind of cute. It's kind of up my alley. That said, there are some problems with it. There are some. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the furniture. Let's talk about prices. I have thoughts. It's currently midnight, so I'm not fully with it. We'll see what we can do. We'll see how coherent we can be. It is literally less than 12 hours later, and Blizzard have already made some changes. With the Spring Blossom Decor pack, you now get 3 trees instead of 1, and they've now reduced the prices of the singular trees to 250 hearth steels. You still have to spend £4.50, and that will get you 500 hearth steels. So now that will get you 2 trees instead of 1 tree. Basically, they've reduced the prices. They've increased the trees you can get. I make a whole video, and then they go and change the prices. I mean, I guess technically they listen to feedback, but yeah. So some of these numbers are a bit skewed. I do think the points still stand, and that it still feels a little much, a little off, but they have reduced numbers. Well, increased numbers. In the pack, you get 3 trees. If you want to buy a singular tree, it's now half as much as what it originally cost. So instead of having to spend £9 to get the minimum amount of hearth steels you'd need to buy a tree and have some coins left over, you can now spend £4.50 and spend all of the hearth steels and get 2 trees. So I don't want to say a win is a win, but it's cheaper, I guess. Some of my thoughts still kind of remain the same, even if the numbers have changed a little bit. So just keep that in mind as this plays. They've added in the Spring Blossom Decor, where you get 4 of these hanging chairs, 4 wreaths, 4 lights, 2 shelves, a single tree. These windows are so nice, aren't they? 4 of these windows. And that's a total of 2,500 hearth steels. Bear with me. We will talk about the price of these hearth steels and all that once we've gone through it. We've got the Spring Blossom stuff. We also have the Lush Garden Decor pack. Again, 2,500. You get 4 eggs of different kinds, a gnome egg. I can't remember what it's called. A Lush Garden butterfly sconce. And you get 4 of them, 2 of these, 4 of these chairs. Oh my God, look at that. 1 singular fountain, 8 gnomes who they're delightful. They're absolutely wonderful. And then 2 of these, I want to call them fences. They're not. They're called trellises. Again, for 2,500 hearth steels. Hearth steels? You also have the options to buy each of these things individually as well for different hearth steels if there's only certain things you want. So I know that for me in the UK, 100 hearth steels is 90 pence. And I think this is kind of where the problem comes in. Oh gosh, also I forgot to talk about this one. You get 2 of these, £30. This is also just me popping in to say you also get 2,500 hearth steels as well. Apparently, I did not see that when I was originally looking, but they're right there. And I do think this is where the issues kind of come in. I feel a bit cynical when I say I'm not surprised that Blizzard is monetizing housing and the decor. They do it with mounts. They do it with transmogs, pets, all that jazz. So it felt like only a matter of time before they added it into housing. However, it's just a little bit, you know? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If we have a look at the cost of the hearth steels, let me scoot over here. So you get 100 for 90 pence, 500 for 450, £9 for 1,000, sorry, for £9, 2,500 for 22.50, 5,000 for £45, and 10,000 for £90. If we focus particularly on the £22.51 and go back to the furniture. So here we have as you can see, both of these, the Lush Garden Decor pack and the Spring Garden one, £22.50, which is what, £45 off the top of my head. I know maths, I can do quick maths. That's £45, which is a lot. But I think what's particularly rubbing people the wrong way is that it's a limited amount. It's not like you are spending, let's say I just wanted the Spring Blossom Decor pack. You only get a limited amount of items. You get 4 of these, which, okay, I mean, I was about to say I can't see why people would need more than 4 of them, but I'm not a big decorator, you never know. I think the most egregious thing, to be honest, is you're paying £22.50. You get 1 tree. You can buy them individually as well, but it's not really any better. That's 750 hearth steels for another tree. So you're spending, what, if you wanted just the trees? 750. I mean, you could spend £9 for 1,000. It's that premium currency where most things don't line up. I see why the community's upset. I see why they're angry. And to be honest, I share in some of that annoyance. I do think people would be less against this if it was a case of you buy one and then you've got an infinite amount of them, or like a good decent amount, you know. Ideally, yes, you buy the furniture item, you paid real money for it, you can have as much as that item as you want. Unideally though, I mean, would that ever be likely to happen? No. Maybe buying a piece of furniture and you get like 10 of them, maybe even make them a little bit cheaper. It's not leaving me feeling great personally. As much as I do like how the decorations look, like I think some of this stuff is gorgeous and really right up my alley and really is my thing. Part of me also feels a little bit ridiculous for making a video about this because it's a very Blizzard thing to do in some ways, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I really love this game. I'm not surprised that they've monetized furniture. I'm not surprised that they're monetizing housing, but I feel like it feels like they've gone right in with the greed, and I see why the community is upset, and I'm disgruntled as well. But anyways, I have just made this video off the top of my head. I don't know how much sense it is going to make. A little sense, not much sense. I guess we'll find out. But what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Has this kind of jaded you to the housing? Were you expecting it? Are you going to buy it? I won't lie, and perhaps this does make me part of the problem. I'm not saying I will. However, a little treat, a 90p for 2 gnomes, it is tempting. They are cute, but that also does make me part of the problem. Anyways, that's it. I don't know how articulate I was. I don't know how my thoughts are going to come across. Cheers.